All right, we have some breaking news. The MAGA billionaire takeover of the media needs to be talked about and needs to be addressed ASAP. TikTok is reportedly being throttled in such a way where any liberal messaging about Epstein, about Trump, about ICE gets 0 views whatsoever. Over the weekend, a lot of my Democratic influencer friends who have built large followings on TikTok were messaging me like, hey, how come all of my videos are getting 0 views? Not just a few hundred views, but like genuinely 0 views, as if some more powerful figure is intentionally stifling and spiking any liberal-leaning content. Then we realized, wait a minute, this is all a part of Larry Ellison and David Ellison's media takeover that needs to be addressed now. Donald Trump on the left, Larry Ellison on the far right. Quite literally, but Larry Ellison is an 81-year-old who is worth over $200 billion and is reshaping the way media works in a very nefarious, evil manner. Major media institutions are being absorbed in ways that the FCC would usually spike down, but Brendan Carr, the current chair, is basically like Trump's little goon. They already moved on CBS. This is the man who is responsible for the CBS takeover. Well, at least his son is responsible for installing Barry Weiss to, apparently help the operation, but all she has done is make the operation less free. Then users say TikTok is stifling posts about Minneapolis shooting happening as the platform is faltering. This is the same day TikTok began investigating why some users couldn't write the word Epstein in their messages. Brian Krasenstein gives us a test. He gave us a test. Breaking news. After Trump's allies took over TikTok this weekend, any mention of Epstein in the DMs are not permitted. And we can see he's typing hearts. It's sending. Hello. It ends up sending. Then he says, it works. Then he types in, but when I type Epstein, and he types in the word Epstein, he sends it, but wait a minute. This message may be in violation of our community guidelines and has not been sent to protect our community. To protect your community or to protect Donald Trump. Then someone pointed out, yeah, TikTok is dead, dude. It's now MAGA talk. The terms of service and privacy has info saying they want to collect, quote, citizenship and immigration status. So it says information you provide may include sensitive personal information, such as sexual life, sexual orientation, status as transgender or non-binary, citizenship or immigration status. And where do you think this information is being reported to? Where do you think it's going? Then other people began trying it out. Wait a minute. We can't even type in the word Epstein, and it says this message may be in violation of our community guidelines. Governor Gavin Newsom then responded, it is time to investigate. I am launching a review into whether TikTok is violating state law by censoring Trump critical content. And I just want to zoom out for one moment. We need to zoom out because this is bigger than TikTok. This is way, way, way bigger than TikTok. Bernie Sanders summarizes it well. He says, thanks to Trump, right-wing multi-billionaire Larry Ellison will now control the TikTok algorithm along with CBS, MTV, the Free Press, BET, CMT, Simon & Schuster, Nickelodeon, Paramount Plus, Pluto TV, and more. This is what oligarchy looks like, but this isn't even all. They are now making a move to get CNN, HBO Max, and all of Warner Brothers as a whole. This is quite literally what oligarchy looks like. When democracy is thrown under the rug so a large donor for a president can consolidate all of the media under their thumb, wrap it around their finger, that is no longer democracy. This is donor politics at its most dangerous. The FCC is generally supposed to stop massive mergers like this, but instead, the FCC is being led by Brendan Carr, who has been quite literally, like physically literally neutered by Trump. They literally neutered Brendan Carr on Trump's inauguration day. Not actually, okay, not literally. But to continue, the outcome of this is awful. Billionaire donors are able to bend the broadcast rule to their will, and then the ideological loyalty of the network will basically just bend towards the president at the time because the donor is able to control the airwaves. Governor Gavin Newsom says, following TikTok's sale to a Trump-aligned business group, our office has received reports and independently confirmed instances of suppressed content critical of President Trump. California Governor Gavin Newsom is launching a review into this conduct. Thank God, one of the only people who actually takes action and fights back. This article reads, The announcement comes on the heels of the Ellison's son, David, overseeing a successful August merger between his Skydance media production company and Paramount Global, which also owns CBS, in which the elder Ellison has a financial stake. The younger Ellison is also said to be working on a bid for Warner Bros. Discovery, the parent company of CNN and HBO. Antitrust concerns aside, the politics of the Ellison's family rather sudden rise as media and entertainment moguls has been a cause for concern for the left. By the end of next year, 170 million Americans who use TikTok, this was written last year, as well as the audiences of CBS News and CNN, could conceivably fall under the influence of Larry Ellison, a longtime Republican donor who boasts a cozy relationship with Donald Trump. Then a California state senator started to report that his content was being throttled entirely. He said, TikTok is now state-controlled media. This morning, I posted a TikTok about my legislation allowing people to sue ICE agents, and it's sitting at 0 views. It wasn't just bad content that only had a few hundred views. That would be one thing. It has actually 0 views. TikTok uninstalls are now up 150% following Larry Ellison taking over the platform. Listen, make sure you go follow me on both Facebook and Instagram and subscribe to this YouTube feed. I know not any platform is perfect. Meta is not going to be perfect, but at least on Meta, we're still able to pull hundreds of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of likes sometimes, exposing the most vile figures. I had a reel the other day on Instagram get 300,000 likes just exposing Stephen Miller. So we were able to punch back if we had the support of a community. Even on Elon Musk's X, I can't believe I haven't brought up Elon Musk's X yet. A billionaire Trump donor controls the platform, controls the algorithm, and intentionally promotes right-wing content to control and shape narratives. Now, go follow me on there as well. If you don't use it, I understand, but it's very important that we are punching back and fighting back. I mean, this morning, I was arguing with people on Twitter and winning arguments, changing minds, making sure that we are punching back in an uphill battle. Every single day, it's like Sisyphus trying to push the boulder up the hill, debunking the information that comes out of Elon Musk's mouth, but we are starting to win. Steve Vladeck posted on Blue Sky. He said, this morning, I recorded a video on TikTok about why the Department of Homeland Security's arguments for the power to enter homes without judicial warrants in immigration cases are bunk. 9 hours later, TikTok still says my video is under review. I mean, I got a text message from a friend earlier. Let me pull this up, and I'm not going to read it verbatim, but it says, hey, is your TikTok also fucked up? It says, me and X, I'm not going to say the name, me and X literally cannot post anything today. Everything we posted has 0 views, and we can't even see each other's new videos. That's essentially what they just said in a text this morning. I've got to respond to this text. I'm bad at that sometimes. But they literally are being stifled. They're being shadow banned because they're posting liberal content. Robert Reich says TikTok misusing our personal data was bad. TikTok now partly being controlled by a Trump-aligned billionaire family and one of his biggest political donors is even worse. I'm going to leave it there. If you appreciate these videos, drop a like, subscribe. I'll see you all later. Peace out.